somewhere?
So I've got a brand new saber here to show you guys as usual. This is Shin Hati's from the Ahsoka series. Probably one of the best TV series that Star Wars has done besides The Mandalorian, in my opinion. This was sent in from Kyber Sabers, and it has been a while since I have had them on the channel. I also have the Baylan skull in from them as well, which is super sick. This thing is a beast. It is really heavy, and it looks incredible. I'm going to be making a separate video on this as well shortly after this Shin video. I also have two different Shins sitting here, as well as the one that I'm going to be unboxing today. And I'm going to point out a bunch of differences between the three. This one in the case that I'm unboxing is from TXQ, and it's just so much better than these two right here from LGT or Nexus. I'm also going to be putting a few other options at the end of this video, so you can decide if you don't even want any of these three options. Let's go ahead and crack this open. We've got 3 latches on the front, which I know you can't see from here, but you've got the hilt presented to you front and center in this bubble wrap for protection. Okay, that didn't go too well. Look at that. That is freaking clean. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the right side of the case here. We have a bag with your charger, USB-C, and you've got your Allen wrench and extra retention screws in there as well. We've got this blade plug over here as well in this bag, which I'm not a fan of these blade plugs. You guys know this. Let's see how it looks in this saber though. Not the worst, I won't lie. And then over here, we've got the name-plated part for the display stand. Metal, of course, and it has that adhesive on the back so you can stick it to the display stand or wherever you please. So over here on the left side, we've got a manual here with Kyber Sabers' logo on it. You've got your display stand in here as normal, and when you put this together, it's going to look a little bit like this, and you can take your metal placard. You don't even need to take the adhesive off. If you want to possibly remove it later on, you can just slide it right off like that. And the last thing in the case is, of course, the Neopixel blade itself. I chose a 32-inch, and I personally wouldn't recommend going above a 32-inch blade. All right, so let's go ahead and dig on into the saber a little bit more and see what we've got. You can either twist in this section here or up here to get to the chassis, and you could just pull it right out, but I will go ahead and twist off both of them just to show you. So that part comes off as well. So you can see how the chassis is connected right here. It just clips right in with these pins. We've got another stairway connector piece, which is pretty typical. This is a standard TXQ chassis. Nothing I haven't shown off before. You've seen this plenty of times. Profffie board, SD card right under there. Port to connect on top of that. We've got the speaker on the bottom here with the little handle to pull the chassis out safely. And on the other side, you've got the USB-C charging port. You can plug this in directly and charge it, or you can take the battery out. And if you do take the battery out, make sure you're using a Lego tool. Do not use anything metal. Use a Lego tool. Positive marking up here, so make sure your positive is going the same way, or you could fry your board, and then your saber's not gonna work, and that's gonna suck. You will feel this connect when it's in properly, and if you wanna check, you can just hit the power button as well. And then we'll put this piece back on. And you can actually unscrew right here on the bottom, but this isn't gonna do much for you, but it is cool that you can do that. So you've got your power button right here, secondary auxiliary button on this side. Press the power button once to turn it on or off. There's also gesture controls on this, so if you just want to twist it, turn it on that way, which is really cool. Overall, this is a pretty accurate representation of Shin's saber in the Ahsoka series. It's not perfect. There are some things that are wrong about it. And speaking of accuracy, I actually waited too long to make this video because TXQ already updated this hilt, which is pretty typical. They are always on point with things. You can see in this image that Shin's hilt has these little indentations above the Suba disc. And if you look here, you'll see the difference between version 1 in this video and version 2 updated. They also updated the button area and the buttons themselves. You can see that the buttons just stick up a little higher. They also look better quality. If you order one of these, even if the picture on the site isn't updated, rest assured TXQ only sends out the latest version. If you want to find something more accurate than this one, then you definitely want to go look at KR Sabers and Shadow Foil Props, because they currently have, in my opinion, the best 2 versions of this hilt. So I've got the LGT Nexus version here, and I'm going to compare these a bit to the TXQ one from Kyber Sabers. And I've had these two for a little over a year now, and I have grown to really not like them at all. So this is the clean version of Shin's, and it's not the worst. I actually think the clean version is better than the weathered version, only because this one is like a spray painted weathering. I don't know what they were going with this one. Like if you look here on the Balin skull, this is also a TXQ, which is from Kyber Sabers as well. The weathering on this looks like actual weathering. It looks battle worn and used. This looks like a little kid took a spray can, but you can sort of take a look for yourself and see what you like more. To each their own. If you happen to like these versions more than the TXQ, totally fine. Everyone has their own preferences, but if you're looking for accuracy like I am, the TXQ version is the way to go. The LGTs are also one-button Proffies, and I just dislike that entirely. I hate having one button to control the entire saber.
Sometimes stories are just stories.
Anakin.
General Kenobi.
Remember, a Jedi can feel the Force flowing through him.
Tell me, is this training?
My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
Angelic plasma.
C.
Smooth fuzz.
is the dark saber. I'd put that on ice if I were you.
Blue.